it going, everybody? Rybread here today, and we are back with our Miami Marlins franchise mode. And if you remember in the last video, we got the off-season done. I did have a bad end to the season a couple videos ago, so we did try and correct that during the off-season. I added some players that would, I think, make this team better. I went ahead and I simulated through spring training. If you guys want to see our spring training record, we went 18-11. We were doing really, really well at the beginning of the month, and then we went on a, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-game losing streak. So if you take that 7-game losing streak out of there, and maybe we win 3 more, then we're 21-8 in spring training. So if we don't have this really long losing streak, we look fantastic. But yeah, and I already made the call-ups and send-downs too, so you guys don't have to suffer through that. And again, like I said, we are going to be doing the, oh, wow, holy shit, we are the second best team in the majors? What the heck, wow. Well, then I must have done something right with this roster. I mean, signing Joc Pederson really does help, though, not going to lie. Our pitching has done pretty well, and we've gotten some growth throughout the roster. Well, why is he only a 77 now? Oh, he's a 79. He's not playing well, but that'll all be reset. He's a 79 naturally. Got it. I was kind of confused there for a second, but yeah, our pitching rotation starting to look pretty good. We still have Michael Wacha up top, followed by Mengden, Villarreal, Braxton Garrett, and Ryu. Villarreal had an amazing season and apparently had a very dominant spring training too. Look at that. 4-0 record, 25 innings pitched, 1.08 ERA, and a .92 whip, so that is fantastic. Braxton Garrett had a more average spring training. Now, he is the A potential, whereas Villarreal is the B potential. I'd like to see Villarreal's potential grow, honestly, because you never know what exactly you're going to get from him. But here we have Mengden, who had a pretty good spring training. Now, Michael Wacha seems to have gotten the short end of the stick here. He's got a 1.07 whip and a 2.08 ERA, but he's an 0-2 in the preseason. So he just we must obviously have not had the bats going that day. Then what do I have going on in the bullpen, you might ask? Well, here, I'll show you what I got going on in the bullpen. We got Henry Owens here and Adrian Morejon. I believe we traded for him. One of our trades we made last season. He is now in the long relief spot, and if you guys remember, Jose Urena was in the long relief spot, but I decided to shift him down to the middle relief because his 63 stamina is probably a pretty good middle reliever because these guys are like at 20 and 23, so we might be banking on him to go a little bit deeper in the middle part, you know. I know these long guys come in, 78 stamina, 77 stamina, so I moved him as a middle reliever because his stamina, in my opinion, fits what a middle reliever should be. We'll see how the middle relief role treats him, and if maybe Adrian Morejon grows, we can trade away Ryu because, again, he's 34. He's probably going to be dropping. Let's see. We also have A.J. Ramos here. That's right. He was our closer, and he's 34, so he should be dropping off. We might trade him away. We do have somebody in the minors who's, I believe, a B potential prospect. He's 72. He's a relief pitcher, so he could easily come in and fill that role if we decide to trade him away. Justin Grimm as well here. He's a pretty good relief pitcher. I was actually thinking about making him a middle relief pitcher, but we're going to see how he does in the setup role. And then we have that young closing pitcher we acquired who is apparently dropping an overall. Eduardo Almanzana, a 76 overall. I mean, his ERA and whip was fantastic, although he is a closer, so you'd expect those to be right around there, but that is pretty damn dominant. He's only 22 as well, so and he does want to be just depth, and AJ Ramos wants to be just in the bullpen, so nobody's really upset about that. As far as lineups here, right-handed pitchers no DH because we are in the NL, so we don't have a DH because DHs are for pussies. D. Gordon is leading off against right-handed pitchers, followed up by Xander Bogaerts. Giancarlo Stanton is going to be batting third, followed by Joc Pederson. Now, I did have a little bit of a debate here with myself whether or not to put Joc Pederson 4 or 5. I liked him at the 4 because I believe he wants to be a star, and now he's content with being an everyday player. I think he hits better against righties than Adrian Sosa does. I mean, he's got that 75 contact, 91 power. He's got 69 contact, 93 power. So these two guys, I mean, these three guys, if you get 2 or 3, 4, 5 hitters, it's just game over. These guys are just going to clean up this season. I mean, look, frickin' Stanton batted 397 this season. Then you got Anthony Rendon, who's a solid hitter all around. He's not going to kill you with anything, but he's a pretty good hitter. Marcell Ozuna, great against lefties. Against righties, he's pretty average. And then we have our catcher. I've made the decision, guys. Austin Hedges is going to be our #1 catcher. JT Realmuto coming off the bench. Just because I've never been blown away by what JT Realmuto has done at the plate. For him to have kept his job as starting catcher, he would have had to have some pretty good hitting stats. As you can see there, he went 0 for 11 in spring training. I mean, a small sample size, yes, but we got Austin Hedges here. He's a very, very good fielder, so we should throw a lot of people out, is what I'm hoping for. I mean, look at that arm, Jesus, freaking. Oh my God. 85 arm strength, 87 accuracy with an 88 fielding and an 87 blocking. Reaction's down there at 78, but I'm not too worried. His durability's up there as well, but as you can see, his hitting versus lefties apparently growing as well. So maybe we can get him to grow and have maybe like he had last season, a 230 season is what I'd be fine with. Now against left-handed pitchers with no DH, I'm leading off with Xander Bogaerts. If you guys remember, with right-handed pitchers it was Dee Gordon. Now it's Xander Bogaerts and then Dee Gordon. Just splitting these guys up. Who's going to lead off against what? Because Xander Bogaerts is phenomenal against lefties. They're both better hitters against lefties, but I like Xander Bogaerts against lefties just because he's basically a guaranteed on base. And these two guys have been hot, so been hot. It's it's spring training, I understand that, but these two guys were hot, so I'm not going to touch it. Giancarlo Stanton is loving that third spot again. And now we have Adrian Sosa here because he's very, very good hitter against lefties. 86 power, followed up by the 91 contact of Ozuna Rendon's. Very solid 76 contact. Joc Pederson has got 72 power, so I'm going to go contact before power because just in case we go 1, 2, 3, then maybe we get Sosa, one guy on, Sosa gets out. And then we got 5, 6, 7 coming up. Joc Pederson can technically be the close-up guy against lefties. It was either him or Rendon, and I'm going to give Rendon the shot because he's got the better vision and everything anyway. He's got better discipline, I believe, too. No, actually, Joc Pederson's discipline is up there. But, that's just how it goes. You got to make the decision when you got a team full of good hitters. And that's what we have. We also have a bench of very solid hitters. Alex Yarborough here is our backup second baseman. We got Derek Dietrich here. You guys remember how he filled in when Adrian Sosa went down last year. He had a very fantastic season, and again, batted .333 this spring training. So, I don't know. For some reason, he just hits, and he's got that 80 contact now. He even grew a little bit for us there, and he's, I believe he's 31. There he goes. He's 31. JT Realmuto here, again, like I said, is our backup catcher because he's not the better hitter by a lot, and he's certainly not the better catcher as far as positional play is concerned. And apparently, we missed a league award that I need to go check out. So we'll go ahead and end spring training here. Hopefully, they don't screw up anything I did. We still have 25. Lineups are still the way there we go. Lineups are still the way they were. I'm sorry, I was used to having 4 guys on the bench because I didn't really pay much time with the DH. If you guys want to see the DH, Derek Dietrich is the DH against right-handed pitching. And against left-handed pitching, we have Alex Yarborough with his very solid 68 contact. Nobody else really comes close to that when it comes to left-handed hitting. There we go. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was all set. Acquisitions. Oh, there's pending. Somebody placed people on waivers. Okay, that's a really good starting pitcher. A potential. Whoa, I'm putting a claim in on this guy. Claim the player. Yeah, place a claim on him. They're probably going to withdraw it. I'm not, but if I could get a shot at him, that would definitely turn everything around right now. Jesus, 82. I mean, he's 28, but he's an A potential 82, so he's very serviceable. He's better than Ryu. He's the best. He would be a very good 4th or 5th option because we also have 3 options that are probably better than him, but you can't deny that he would be a very solid pickup if we were able to get him. There are 2 days remaining to place. Marlins have not placed a claim. Yes, place a claim. Have placed a claim. There we go. We did. Okay, I screwed that up. Good thing I read. There we go. Awards. Gold Glove Award went to Marcell Ozuna last year out in left field. So very interesting to see that. Awesome. Andrew McCutchen won MVP on the Mets. I don't think I went through these last year. This is American League. Cy Young went to Madison Bumgarner. McCutchen obviously won the batting title if he's going to be MVP. Reliever of the year was Seung Hwan Oh. I think I said that right. Brian Goodwin. Hey, we traded away Brian Goodwin. I'm almost positive we traded him away. He became the Rookie of the Year. Interesting. He's a center fielder. I'm almost positive we traded him away. So interesting. He would have been rookie of the year. He could have had a rookie of the year on our team. Interesting. All right, guys. Well, it's time for me to go ahead and get the simulation started. I believe we're going to get through April and through May here, right up until the start of June, and then June is where I really need you guys to step in because I believe the trade deadline is somewhere around here, and then we have got the All-Star break as well. But hopefully we can have a good start to the season, and we'll be able to, who knows, maybe we'll make the playoffs for the first time in my MLB franchise on my channel. So hopefully that we can get that done. If not, I'm definitely going to have to need to take a break and reevaluate myself as a baseball general manager. So I'll go ahead and simulate this first month. Hopefully we can have a very, very good month. Hopefully injuries won't play too big of a factor in this because I know you guys hate injuries, and personally I do too, but I leave them on for the realism factor just because otherwise you guys are just watching me simulate and, it's not really that fun. Anyway, I will be back, guys, as soon as I am done simulating here, and I will show you guys how the month went. All right, guys, let's pray for a good month and off to a very, very good start. Here we go. Alright, guys, we were able to claim Eric Fed off the Nationals waiver wire. I don't know why they'd waive someone who's 28 with A potential. I know he's 28 A potential, so that's kind of off-putting. You'd like to see him in the 80s, but he's a 78 overall. I believe, yeah, he's technically an 80 overall. For some reason, he doesn't happy right now because he was actually put in the bullpen, but I moved him in the starting rotation, so he should, when we advance a day, go back up to an 80. And should be fine with it. Should be fine with everything. The team performance, he's upset because it's 0-1, but I'm not too concerned about that. What we are going to do is, instead of moving Adrian Morejon or Henry Owens down, I mean, Henry Owens 28, so we can't, moving him down would not make a lot of sense. But moving Adrian Morejon down, I'm not going to do that because he wants to be up in the majors. He's 23, he's got beat potential, so he could become a pretty good pitcher for us, which is what I want to see him become. So we're going to move Hyunjin Ryu, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but anyway, I'm not going to have to worry about that because we're going to trade him away while he's still got some value. Maybe a playoff contender is going to want to give me a prospect for him. We're just going to get all the value that we can out of him. Who knows what it's going to be, but I'm going to go ahead and throw him, not throw him away, but I'm going to trade him away, and I'm going to throw up on the screen right now what I'm getting for him, and I hope you guys agree with it. Alright, guys, so here's the trade I'm going to make. Yes, it is with the New York Yankees, believe it or not, but we are getting a really, really, a really, really good closing pitcher prospect. They already have 2 G's. The Yankees, I'm so pissed that they fired me. I had such a good thing going over there, and I made that whoever the GM's life is so much easier because I basically set up that roster. But anyway, we're trading away an aging, beat potential dropping starting pitcher for a 21-year-old A potential closing pitcher. I know he's a 61, but he's A potential, which means by the time he's probably 24, 25, he should be able to come up and be in our bullpen. Maybe 2 years from now, 3 years, when he's 23, 24, he'll be in the mid-70s. We'll have to make a discussion on him, but I think this is a good trade. We're giving up a guy that we don't really need because we got Eric Fed, and look at that. The total cash flow goes up ridiculous amounts because we're trading away a guy with $3.7 million per year, which is $141,000 per week, for an $82,000 per year, $3,000 per week kind of guy. I mean, what is that? $138,000 we just saved right there from trading away this guy for a prospect. I'm okay with it, so we're gonna go ahead and make the trade. I like it. Go ahead, have fun with that guy, Yankees. And now we actually have 3 closing pitchers in the system, believe it or not. We're going to leave him down there in Double-A because I think that's where he'll be best. 61 overall might get kind of smacked when it comes to Triple-A ball, so now we actually have 3 closing pitchers, so I'm actually kind of happy about that. Well, I'll keep it going. We did lose our first game, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. AJ Ramos has infinite ERA, probably because the Phillies walked it off against us. Yes, they did, so that's kind of funny. In 13 innings, I love how his ERA is listed as infinite because he's yet to get an out, but he allowed a run, so 1/0. I mean, that's infinite. or you just can't do that, so they're going to list that as infinite. But anyway, I just thought that was a cool tidbit to show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and keep the simulation going. I will check back in with you guys when we are done with the month. There shouldn't be any more stoppages. I don't think there should be. I think we should be all set, but if not, you guys will obviously see it because I'm not just going to leave you guys in the dark. Hopefully, we'll keep going with the month and have a very good month after the opening day loss. So I will see you guys at the end of April 2021. Well, all right, guys, we are back, and at the end of the month, we are 15-7. We are 8 games above 500 at the end of the first month. Now, I know it's only 1 month into the season, and a lot can change in a month. The first 50 games don't necessarily mean a ton in baseball, but through the first 22, we are 15-7, building ourselves a great cushion at the end of month number 1. At the beginning here, I was a little bit worried, but then we lost the series to the Phillies, and then we lost to St. Louis, but then we picked it back up with 2 wins against St. Louis and won that series. We swept the quick little series here against the Nats. Against San Francisco, we did lose that series. They won 3 out of the 4 games. We did beat the Mets in a series. We beat Atlanta in a series, and we swept Philly and we swept Atlanta, and then we won this final game against Pittsburgh. Some storylines for you guys to see. Henry Owens out of the bullpen is pitching fantastically. He's 4-0. He's got a 3.32 ERA, in 19 innings pitched. Eddie Villarreal is keeping up his amazing performances, 2.67 ERA, and he's 2-0. Adrian Morejan out of the bullpen hasn't given up a run yet. It's only 7 innings pitched, I know, but he's 2-0 and he's done well in both of his performances. Guys that aren't performing well, Braxton Garrett is pitching, about average. I would expect him to, I would have thought that if you had to tell me to pick between Villarreal and Braxton Garrett, who is the B and who is the A potential pitcher, I would definitely say that Garrett is B and Villarreal is A, but that's actually not how it is. And Michael Wacha actually hasn't been getting a lot of decisions, believe it or not. I don't see his name. There it is. He's whoa, shit. I didn't realize he was 3-0. Good Lord, with a .8 ERA? I didn't see his name very much, so I guess I must have just overlooked it when I was happy about all the wins. But 3-0 with a .8 ERA in 33 innings pitched. He's going deep into games and pitching well. Very, very fine performances from our pitchers there. A little bit early to start the looking at the hitting stats, so I won't just yet look at the hitting stats. I'm not going to bother looking at the standings because I don't want to get too excited because it's only 1 month and we got this entire month of May to go, but I'm pretty stoked to start the month of May. Nothing really has changed. Nobody got hurt. I would update you guys on that. Don't worry, everything is fine. I will go ahead and get this month simulated, and we will go ahead and get out of this video, and hopefully it's going to be a fantastic end to the video. Here we go, guys. Month of May 2021. Let's see how it goes. Alright, guys, so obviously, as you can tell by all the red on the screen, not nearly as good of a month as I would have liked. We went 4 games under 500 because I believe we were 15-7, which means we were 5 games over 500. This month, we dropped 4 games, so that kind of sucks. Friday was not our day, apparently. The Cubs are an amazing team, I'll give them that. But against the Nationals, we were able to beat the Nationals. We are 2 games behind the Mets, who did beat us in a series down here. Syndergaard barely outpitched Villarreal, and Villarreal actually, he's part of the reason I credit we didn't do well this month, because his pitching, look at, you guys can see that, 3.75 ERA. Braxton Garrett is not doing well. Ozzie Jimenez in the bullpen not doing well. But Michael Wacha, I mean, guys, he had a terrible month. His ERA went up above 1. Damn, he's 7-0, so you'd like to see a little bit better from your number 1 ace. No, guys, I'm kidding. Michael Wacha is pitching amazing. Holy crap. The only bright spot of this month is the fact that Michael Wacha was able to keep it going, keep it rolling, and actually Eric Fed's yet to lose too. His ERA's up there around 4, but he's 4-0, so he's getting the wins, what we need him to do. There we go. There's another Michael Wacha win. There's another Michael Wacha win. Eric Fed and Michael Wacha were the only 2 bright spots. There's another Michael Wacha win. A Wacha win. There we go. Michael Wacha win. It comes right off the tongue. A Wacha win. So, Adrian Morejan, another good performance from him. Eddie Villarreal, actually, he kept it going at the beginning of the month, but it was these couple, these losing streaks. They wouldn't be too long, but they wouldn't be interceded by a couple wins. Like right here, we would lose 3, then we won 2, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. And then right here, loss, 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 win, loss, loss, loss. And then in here, oh, we still got one more day to go. Michael Wacha, and he gets a win. So we are now 5 games above 500. I didn't realize I didn't go quite through the month of June. But damn, what a good performance from him. A 2-hitter. He probably went the entire. Yep, he did go the entire game. 9 innings, 9 strikeouts, 2 hits, no walks, no earned runs. God damn, Michael Wacha, you beautiful, beautiful bastard. All right, Aaron Kurt, okay. Zach Alonso, Barreto. Oh yeah, Barreto I think got hurt. He like smashed up his leg or something like that. But holy crap, Adrian Sosa is now the #1 player on our team at the age of 93, at the age of 21. He's now a 93. He's going to want big-time bucks. Everything is going up about him. He is playing fantastic. He is growing like crazy. He's a switch hitter, too. I didn't even realize that. D. Gordon is cold right now. But Michael Wacha is obviously on fire. He's up to a 91. Xander Bogaerts is up to a 90. Giancarlo Stanton is dropping to an 89. I'm surprised because he's batting .307, and he's only 31. Mengden's up to an 87. Jock Peterson's at an 86. So, let's go ahead and check out the statistics. I got some scouting to do. You guys can just see what's going on as far as scouting is concerned. Let's scout this closing pitcher. I probably don't need him, but why not? Let's go ahead and check out our statistics here. Player statistics. Here we go. Home runs. Holy shit. Adrian Sosa has 15. Jock Peterson has 13. So these guys are definitely enjoying their time in their new roles that I gave them. Yeah, Giancarlo Stanton is not hitting home runs. He's not hitting bombs. He's not balling out like he did last year. Although the only time he hit 40 home runs was in the first simulation season. So that's pretty interesting to see that he's been dropping off. But see, last year he hit, maybe it's because he's not in the 4 spot. If he was in the 4 spot, he might be able to hit a little bit better. You guys let me know if he's in the 4 spot. Will he be hitting more home runs? Is that an option? As far as RBIs, again, thank God for Adrian Sosa. He's having the season of his career. Career batting average, he's already matched his home run total from last year, and he's only got 180 at-bats to last year's over 400, which is ridiculous. RBIs is pretty much close to last year. Batting average, like I said, is much, much better. But RBIs, see, Stanton is still getting the RBIs. He's 3rd in the team in RBIs, but he's not doing it with his power. He's doing it with more of his contact and just getting those singles or doubles, those extra base hits that aren't home runs when we need them. D. Gordon is also getting some with Marcell Ozuna, Xander Bogaerts. So D. Gordon is cold, which might be a part of the reason why we're not doing as well, because he's one of our leadoff guys. He's going up and down. I can't really decide on him. I know you guys said trade for a stud second baseman that will grow, but I couldn't find any trades that would make sense. I guess I can go look at the trade block after this, but as far as batting average, Derek Dietrich is, like I said, this dude just knows how to hit. Giancarlo Stanton, see, he's still up there above 300 as far as his batting average is concerned. He's just not getting the home runs. So maybe if I put him in the 4 spot, but then Sosa or Peterson's home runs would drop, and I don't want that. They're batting all right. I like to see at least 2 starters above 300, but if we're going to win games, that's all that matters. On base percentage, again, Stanton and Dietrich. The JT Realmuto is actually getting on base quite a bit. Austin Hedges doesn't seem like he's getting on base a ton. He's one of the worst guys on our team in on base percentage, actually under 300. Believe it or not. And then as far as errors, because you guys know me, I like to check out how our defense is doing. Errors. D. Gordon has 6 errors, even though he probably shouldn't there. I don't understand why he often gets errors. But let's go ahead and check out our starting pitchers. And again, guys, let's sort by least losses. So Adrian Morejon in the bullpen is 3-0. Eric Fed in the starting rotation is 4-0. Michael Wacha is 8-0. Henry Owens in the bullpen is 4-1. Jose Urena in that middle reliever spot is 0-2. Eddie Villarreal, who had a great start to the season, came back down to earth. He's now 4-3. Daniel Mengden is 4-4, and I believe he's picking his game up. I think, yeah, he's hot right now, so he's on the upswing. And actually, Villarreal is growing, so that's awesome to see that. And Braxton Garrett is having a rough go of things. So I'm actually thinking about moving a guy like Morejon into starting rotation instead of Braxton Garrett, because for some reason Garrett just can't figure it out, and maybe less innings would help him out immensely. Because, yeah, he's never really had that really good season that we want him to have. He's 23, and I don't want to ruin his production. ERA-wise, Wacha, obviously, with a 1.26 is just absolutely ridiculous. Villarreal, so it's kind of upsetting to see nobody else under a 3, but I think if we can get back, I think that was just a bad month for us. I think if we can get back hot again, we had some hot and cold players that kind of hurt our team. As far as whip is concerned, not a bad whip from a lot of our players. Morejon, Urena, and Fed are three guys that I would like to see pull theirs down. Henry Owens is pitching average. Mangden is pitching pretty good. Garrett's pitching pretty good. Villarreal is pitching pretty darn well. And then Michael Wacha, obviously, we know how he's pitching great. As far as relievers are concerned, the ERAs look like that, and the whips look like such. So Grimm, but Baraclough and Jimenez aren't pitching as well. But Grimm, don't forget, is in that setup role, so he's obviously got less innings pitched. Baraclough in more innings pitched than Jimenez is doing much better. And as far as closing pitchers, 17 saves for Eduardo El Manzana. And AJ Ramos, might be time to get rid of him, guys. He is falling off like a stone. Might be time to get him out of here and go ahead and rock a new relief pitcher, a new setup man in the rotation. Because I do have somebody in the minors here. Let's see. He's a relief pitcher. What's his name? Severino Gonzalez, I think. No, it's not Severino Gonzalez. I'm an idiot. John Cameron? No. What is he? Is he a starting pitcher? Vladimir Gutierrez. Yes, apparently he is a starting pitcher. Well, he was in the relief spot earlier. Let's see. Yeah, we had no closing pitchers there. Yeah, so he's the best option I think we have from the minors. Maybe Cole Ragans, but I don't want to make him a setup man. I want to keep him rolling down there in the minors. This is how the minors are looking. Pretty good for our prospect pitchers, except for Eric Bryant, Jackie York, and yeah, Cole Ragans. There we go. But there it is, guys. That's the first 2 months. Let's check out the standings. We are 2 games back of the Mets. For first, we are above the Nationals and the Braves, but only by a couple games. We are now the 4th best team in baseball on paper. Our batting average in ERA is better than the Mets. It just seems like we didn't. Yeah, our last 10 has been rough. They've had a very, very hot last 10, so they're on the upswing, and we had a little bit of a downswing. But that should all even itself out by the end of the season. Like I said, the first 50 games don't mean a ton, and we're through 51. So we will see how everything goes in the next 2 months. Trade deadline and the draft are coming up a little bit, so you guys go ahead and let me know what I should target, if I should get anybody, if there's anything I need to do, if I should just keep my mouth shut and hands off the controller like I did, unlike I did last year. I mean, Brent Rodriguez here is again on the trade block. I will try and throw up a guy like Anthony Rendon. Budgetary constraints. Is that us? Oh wait, do I need to take back? So that's right. They traded for Billy Hamilton. That's why all their Jesus, that's a lot of, good lord, Scooter Garnett. Oh yeah, we're not going to get this guy because of their budgetary constraints. That was just bad budgeting by the Boston Red Sox. They can't make any kind of trades because Brent Rodriguez is also on a very small contract versus Anthony Rendon. So I've been trying to get that guy for a while. There's also other guys out here. I don't know if you guys want me to go ahead and get him. There's Raul Mondesi, but he doesn't seem like he's a very good hitter, and I'd rather keep D. Gordon as one of our leadoff guys. Byron Buxton, again, great fielder, not a good hitter. There's just a whole bunch of players. You guys can go ahead and check this out. Victor Robles is a really good potential outfielder who can play anywhere in the outfield and seems to be doing pretty damn well out there, too. So good for him. But lots of options out here. Ian Happ, too. He's another option. He's an 81. Batting 208. I'd like to see him do a little bit better. I want to check out his errors just to see his fielding stats. Errors, he might not be starting every day. He's got no errors so far this year, but how many games has he played in? 37 with 72 at-bats. I'd like to see him have some more at-bats as a bigger sample size, but he's another option out there to go get. We could even maybe throw in a prospect as well. Who knows what we're going to be able to get. Nick Senzel, we could go ahead and trade for him instead of Anthony Rendon. That could be an option from the Cincinnati Reds. Because Anthony Rendon, I don't know if he's going to have enough trade value. I could make this work too, throw in this or that, who knows what it would be. I could work on it though too, so we'll see. You guys let me know if there's anybody I should go out and target or any positions I should target, because you guys saw how, wow, Paul Goldschmidt's on the trade block. That'd be pretty cool to go ahead and get him, but then we'd have to move other players around, and I don't really feel like doing that. But there we go, guys. There is the trade block. That's how our first 2 months went. I'm pretty satisfied with it. We are a decent click above 500, 2 games back behind the Mets, 5 games above 500 through the first 2 months. I'm okay with. I'm satisfied with that. We got the series against Oakland coming up. The draft is coming up here on the 3rd, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm really happy with how the season's going. I'm trying. You know what? I don't know if I want to make a trade and ruin what we've got, because I did that last year, and I don't know if it was just players got cold or what happened, but we tanked that second half of the season after I made those trades, and I feel incredibly awful, and I want to bring you guys some playoff gameplay. So help me out here, guys. Leave some comments, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one.